Hello everybody, what is happening? Welcome back to Starfield. Everyone is slightly traumatized by the loss of our beloved companion Sarah. We are going to push right on with High Price to Pay.
If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
And it would seem there is nothing to lose in doing so.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
So we are going to do...
I wish to speak to you. I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. You agreed with me that true purpose can be a driving force in life. I found that comforting, but something has been nagging at me since. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. Thank you. I have always believed, no, hoped, that is true. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet...
I'm going to discuss my past.
No, that is not what I'm trying to say. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence. This is true. But I have only experienced my own. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea, but therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. I appreciate that more than you know.
Here we go. Get that out the way. Now, Keeper Aquilas. Let's go and talk to the religious man. Why have I got 2 quest markers for this one? Because over designs come up for some reason. Unity's the only quest that I actually want open. There we go. So it's kind of a somber feel to the game now. The music has quite a nice muted feel, and the members of the lodge are a little.
Every meter of land was plowed under to build this city. This tree is far too grand for such a fate.
Yeah, the members of the lodge are a little less exuberant. Even Barrett's a little more muted. So it does kind of make sense. It's nice that actions feel like they have consequences as well. Bethesda have kind of been good at doing that.
They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people.
Bethesda seems to be pretty good at that because there is a sense of that in Skyrim where, depending on your choices in the Civil War, certain settlements can change leader, and there's a feeling of it in sort of Fallout as well, where your ultimate decision at the end of the game can physically change the look of the map. So there is that sort of, this continues that sort of sense of
It's like
consequences.
when someone insults you, you want to just...
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about Unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about Unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
That's as good as a yes, so why did they not just say, yeah, it does? It's one of the greatest secrets of the Sanctum Universum. Unfortunately, I need these guys to go in first. And next. Come on, Mateo. There we go. And in we go. This is the Sanctum Universum. I like how they've went in, the door's closed. Andrea should come in, or she might not, she might just stand by the door. I have no pack on. Wait a minute.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit
Excuse
longer,
me?
I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. I'm not sure if he was, but if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave.
Why would none of your church want to go and investigate this if this story is part of your theology?
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. The rune worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay. Ah, there we go. My pack was turned off for some reason while I sat in the chair. There we go. I've still got all my gear on. Right. So just so we know that that's not clear as mud, we've got 2 jobs now. House Enlightenment, talk to the House of Enlightenment, and talk to the Varun prisoner. And then hopefully we walk the path.
I appreciate that they have not demolished the structure, even if diplomacy has ended for now.
I
It
think
may
that
not have been their intention, but it represents hope.
that's the Freestar Collective's embassy.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
So that's, you can get a job working for Ryujin. We are not going to be doing that, obviously, for obvious reasons, because it's not part of our quest. Okay, what I'm going to do though is quickly dip my head in here. Because there are a couple of bits and pieces that I really want to pick
I'm
up.
afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Yes, there is.
I hope we have what you...
So what I want first is the N7 smart gun, which I'm pretty sure is a unique weapon. So is rapid shot. So we'll get both of them. I don't think. Oh no, I do need ammo. I need. She doesn't have the ammo that I need though. Nothing in there. Or there. Or there. But what I may want here is all of the sealant you can give me if you have any sealant. There we go. Here we go. I might sell some of this stuff just now to clear some space in the... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of those adaptive frames as well because I can just make more. Can sell them. What's this? That's the stuff you get from harvesting the artifacts. Hallucinogens, I don't really need. Metabolic agents. I've got plenty of. Microsecond regulator. Did I just sell all of them? Whoops. Oh well. Hopefully I didn't need them for anything. Nuclear fuel rod. Let's just sell most of the nutrient stuff as well. Yeah, that should let me... Hey, we've done commerce already.
Back to it then.
Yeah. We will need to use our ship. I will store all of my resources. I don't think you can just do resource store unless you're actually in the menu, but we'll just double check. Yeah, you can't do that until you're... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So... I may never use the N7 smart gun, but I do like to have it on me. I like to have the unique weapons.
Things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I need you to know how much it means that you came for me. There is no way to properly thank you or to repay you for what you have done. I quite literally owe you my life. As am I. As grateful as I am, it is hard to feel that my life does not come at too great a cost. Thank you. I shall try to remember that. I know. We all know. Sarah's loss is a huge blow to Constellation. And to each of us, personally. But it could have been so much worse if you had not acted. We cannot, and we will not. We will press on. We will continue our search, and we will learn what these Starborn are trying to keep from us. Now we truly know the stakes are too high to do anything else.
I mean, we could literally abandon our search and live for longer. Might as well start here. Terra Brew coffee.
Holy shit!
The well. I think there's a trade authority. Yeah, this bit UC surplus is pretty good for getting stuff from.
You look like you need something, yeah?
No, I'm in the Trackers Alliance.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
Yes, you can.
We understand that you are busy, but this might be important. Anything you could tell us would be helpful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Always happy to help.
So, the House of Enlightenment has him. There's a trade authority kiosk there. The House of Enlightenment has part of the story about the Drifter. The Drifter was someone who is basically exactly like the Pilgrim. Has come in and out of the stories of the House of Enlightenment the same way the Pilgrim does in the Sanctum Universum.
All this stuff is legit. Happy to make a deal. You need stuff? Take your time.
I think he has unique weapons. No, he doesn't. The Urban Eagle is supposed to be a Desert Eagle type pistol. He does have Ultra Mag ammo, which I do want. Don't know why I'm in all. No. Wait a minute. Ah, marine spacesuits. Yeah, they're slightly different to the standard UC gear. That's sort of giving me Fistful of Dollars vibes. Flight suits. Yeah, poncho outfits. Yeah, that's quite cool. Let's see. What resources does he have? Nothing I need. He doesn't have any aid either. So he's literally just guns and...
Watch your back out there.
I was sure he had something unique. Maybe... Maybe I was mistaken. But yeah, you could be tempted into thinking that there isn't a lot to New Atlantis until you come here for this quest. and then you realise that there's a whole other area with merchants and stuff like that. The same way that you think Aquila City's just the spaceport and then the main street, and then once you move through the street a bit, you find other places like Laredo Firearms and stuff like that. Got a beautiful night sky. Don't know why they're all running.
Looks like you got some fines to clear up.
Have I?
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. Other than that, we have orders to transport you and your vessel to Europe. Any deviation from those...
Ah, right, okay. Fair dues. But I'm going to tell them I'm not doing it. I don't care how many times or how many days I have to spend in jail. I ain't helping them.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I have no
I still don't understand why he
intention.
trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
I don't care what he wants to talk about. I'm not doing your stupid quest. I am not going undercover in the Crimson Fleet. I hated this quest the first time round. I'm not doing it again. The answer's no, no, and still no, and no, and still some more no.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
No, we don't.
Not this. So, let me see. Your background seems to indicate... I also see that you mind on the... Oh, and look at that. Good. You'll find that now that we have that out, my name is Commander Kibwe Ikan. Actually, that's something new we're trying. UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. Well, that convict... No, you don't. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years. If we can get someone on the ins... Not for me. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into... I'm not coercing you into doing it. So, what do you say? Suit yourself.
Yep.
You know, I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised. My instincts told me you were the right person, but I suppose I was wrong.
Yep, you
All right.
were.
Send this one to the lockup on Sidonia. Let them deal with the problem.
Good. I want nothing to do with that quest. Nothing. I am not searching through that frozen hellhole of a prison again. No.
I trust we have learned our lesson.
Yep, there we go.
The locals tend to stay out of trouble.
Says death is now my enemy. Brilliant.
That's another story.
I don't care though.
My buddy Mitch was asking if I can help him out with
Where is... Yeah, I'm still on Unity talk to the Varun prisoner. Cool.
Sidonia. The UC clings to its old ways. I suspect the Sol system would be abandoned otherwise.
Well, let's face it. We all know what's happened to Earth, and if we don't, we're going to find out playing this anyway. Yay, there's my ship. It's probably a bit dusty. They're going to make me fly all the way back to New Atlantis just to talk to this House Varun prisoner. We'll do that in the next episode though, because I have just looked at my clock and we are 31 minutes in. In the next episode we will go talk to the House Varun prisoner and we will finish this sort of Pilgrim's quest. It's quite interesting. I find it quite strange. It's one of the weirder missions in Starfield, but there's a lot of stuff to come that's a bit... It's really interesting. I really enjoy it. Especially in the context of we have to go and find out what happened to Earth, why the home world isn't in this game, unlike things like Mass Effect, where although we're spacefaring, Earth is still there. I don't think we can visit it until the third game, but it's still there technically. But it's not in Starfield. Humanity's further through the galaxy, and we have to find out why. So yeah, there's a lot of cool missions coming up. I'm really chuffed. I will see you for that in the next episode though. Take care of yourselves in the meantime, and whatever you get up to, be safe. See you soon.